If you had 6, 7, 8 hours to play this guy instead of that finite 2 hours for a movie, are there aspects about him that you're like, God, it would have been, I actually wouldn't have minded going a little further here or there?
Yeah, of course. It's an interesting question. It's not really one I've thought of.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.
The new drama, She Rides Shotgun, tells the story of a man recently released from prison who must take his daughter on the road because they've both been marked for death after something happened to him while he was behind bars. It's one of the year's best films, stars one of the best actors working today, Taran Edgerton. It's directed by Nick Rowland, who's about to become one of your new favorite directors. I'm honored that they both join us live in studio. Guys, good morning. Welcome in. Thanks for taking the time.
Thank you, man.
Thank you
for
for having
incredible
me.
introduction.
Of course, it's all downhill after that, man. It's all downhill. You know, this is one of those movies that really only works if the relationship between the father and son is amazing. And the young actress, Anna, who plays your daughter, absolutely incredible. And I was thinking back, obviously one of your first big movies, when you think about something like Kingsman, you're working with legends. You were working with Colin Firth and Michael Caine and Sam Jackson. So I'd love to know, when you were a younger actor working with the legends, what was something that they taught you about how they treated you, something about the business that may have actually been applicable when now you're the guy working with the younger actor on set?
I think, you know, I remember particularly at that age, when I was 23 and I did Kingsman, the first one, Colin was just made himself very available to me and was always really warm, and I was going through my first big breakup at the time, so, you know, there was a chorus of violins following me everywhere, and he just looked out for me, you know, and it made such a real difference to me, and particularly walking onto a set. I mean, I was 23 walking onto the set of Kingsman, having never been in a film before, and I was really nervous about it. Anna Hager in our movie, who is 10, was doing the same thing, but honestly, she was so much more. She took to it like a duck to water. But I did try and do my own version of what Colin did for me and be a friend to her, and yeah, we formed a really lovely bond. I'm very proud of her.
It's honestly, we've seen movies before where, you know, there's a young actor, and because they're not the best actor in the world, sometimes the movie doesn't work, and she is one of the hearts and souls of this movie. And I kind of want to keep talking about her, Nick, if you don't mind, because this is a heavy movie, and you require a lot of a 10-year-old girl. And I'm sort of just curious what sort of conversations you have to have with her, because I'd imagine she has to be a very mature young woman to be able to understand the complexities of a movie like this and the sort of things that I'm assuming you're asking of her as an actor.
Yeah, I mean, Anna it's sort of a cliche to say, but she's wise way, way beyond her years. And, you know, we fell in love with the script and we were so excited to make it. And after that the initial excitement of being moved by a story and by being moved by a script, you then move quickly onto, well, how are we going to make this and how are we going to get this performance from someone who's 10 years old? And Anna, the moment we met Anna, we realized we were going to be okay. You know, we shot the movie, you know, for not a lot of money. We shot it in 25 days. So the emotional intensity and all the stunts and the car chases, and, you know, you saw from the trailer, there's a lot going on there.
Yeah.
And for Anna to be at the center of it, it was daunting for her. But, you know, the very first audition, I think Taron said, "Are you okay? Are you nervous?" And she went, "I'm a little nervous, but I know I'm ready."
Wow.
Yeah.
And we know, okay, I think we found our Polly.
The day that you have to chop her hair off.
Yeah.
How does that? How does that? Because that's also a, like, we got to get it right on. There is no take two on something like.
Well, right. I mean, it was a really special day, and it's actually my favorite scene in the movie. The movie is so kind of filled with, as Nick says, you know, cars and fights and stunts, and there are moments to find real moments of father-daughter tenderness in the film. There's not as many of them, you know. So those scenes became very, very loaded, very important, very charged, and we just had this incredible afternoon improvising, and actually, you know, it was a little lower stakes because the hair I'm cutting is a wig.
Come on.
Yeah, her real hair under there. We dyed
I
her
take
hair
back everything I said about the
Sorry.
movie. She just completely ruined it. I mean,
sorry.
it plays.
Welcome
it plays.
to Hollywood.
Yeah, exactly right. Well, you know, over the past few years, you've really shown us between Blackbird and Smoke what you can do with a character when you have 6, 7, 8 hours to play them, as opposed to with a film you've got that finite 2 hours.
Yeah.
If you had 6, 7, 8 hours to play this guy instead of that finite 2 hours for a movie? Are there aspects about him that you're like, God, it would have been, I actually wouldn't have minded going a little further here or there?
Yeah, of course. It's an interesting question. It's not really one I've thought of. I think, you know, in the novel that the story's based on, the story actually takes place over a period of months. So they're hiding out at different locations. He strikes up a relationship with one of the supporting characters in the movie. And I think it would be, you know, the thing that I always crave for Nate and Polly, who are the two central characters in the movie, is I wish they had more time to have some fun together. But when the world is out to get you, and you know the stakes are that high, it's not the case for them in our film. But it does mean the movie moves very quickly.
Oh, it moves very. It's so crazy that you say 25 days, because just that car chase alone, most movies would take 25 days just for that car chase. Really quick, I've obviously been bragging that you guys are coming in, and I talked to 10 different people, and 10 different people give me 10 different titles of your career that they want. You got to talk to them about this. You got to talk to them about that.
Oh, right.
What is the thing that most people want to come up or that they're shouting to you across the street? Like, what's your free bird?
What's my free bird? Well, probably Kingsman, which featured Freebird. I still get asked about Kingsman a lot. It has a really loyal fan base. I think it feels like there's an appetite for another story there, and I'm fine with that. It's the thing that started my career, and it still, has an effect on my career now. It's 11 and 12 years on. I still do things that feature a kind of physical fight aspect, whereas that really wasn't who I was before Kingsman.
Sure.
So it changed my life in a number of different ways.
Well, I also would like to say that in a day and age where every 18 minutes we're getting a new music biopic, none of them have topped Rocket Man. That's Rocket Man is.
You're a very lovely man. Thank you.
I
am not qualified to comment.
I will tell you that, and I told you that when we did the interview for it in London years back. But guys, we're going to continue this conversation tonight because we have a very special event happening tonight, which I'm honored to be moderating. But people at home, you got to know She Rides Shotgun. It's in theaters around Chicago, August 1st. Absolute a must see, guys. Thank you for taking the time. I appreciate it.
Thank you, man.
We'll be right back.
Where we're going, we don't need roads.